Hello everybody, here is Daly Morsy and welcome to Foretales, a game that I haven't tried before and I don't precisely know what to do, but let's just... Okay, let's just test it and see. So we'll check the A. Start a new game. A mysterious patron. Volpe needs money to help his father and the local minister. His friend Leo says there's someone in town with a very lucrative job offer. Welcome to Foretales, an adventure game where you progress by combining cards and exploring decks. This is Bobsled, our ticket to an easy life. One less job and our days of stealing apples from the market are behind us. That's what you said last time, so who is this contact of yours? His name is Sivoti. He says he has work for people like us. And you're sure he can pay? Because I could really do with the money right now. Don't worry, he promised a hefty reward. Should be more than enough to help your father and the minister with their strike. And for me to take an early retirement. He's just a little difficult to track down in this town sometimes. We'd better ask around then.
He looks like a good place to start.
Good day to you, young bird. How can I be of assistance? We are looking for someone by the name of Timothy. Oh, I see. A very secretive fellow he is. I think I heard something about him the other day, but suddenly my memory isn't what it once was. Right, and what that might jog your memory, I wonder. A bite to eat usually does the trick. About 5 food should be sufficient. 5 food, that's enough to last for days. Ignore my friend here, we'll come back with some food for you. I already have one, just 4 to go. A typical region of the game is composed of 3 to 6 location cards placed on the board. You can learn more by hovering your cursor over a card. Sometimes you can click on cards. Will also trigger dialogue or reactions from your character. Try it out for yourself. Right click on the left card with the beggar. He will remind you what he wants. Nothing happens in Easterburg without the old beggar knowing about it. He's always willing to share his knowledge for a good buy. Marketplace. The sight, sound and smell of the city life intermingling in this bustling hub of commerce, a great place to trade goods. Apple merchant. Don't be fooled by his jolly banter. He's much a gossip as he is a merchant. So we have nimble hands, eavesdrop, survivor sense, on the scent, and on the scent. And here we have 2 money, food, fame, and grim. So money. Oh, we didn't read these. When you've been born with nothing, you have to steal what you can to survive. If you're lucky, you will survive long enough to get pretty good at it. Eavesdrop, you can learn a lot when you take the time to stop and listen. There's food everywhere if you know where to look. And years in the wilderness have made Leo an outstanding tracker with a flair sniffing out food and places of interest. Money, it makes kings of men busy. Forgiveness for lost souls and can even start a war or two. Can also be used to buy apples. Take a life is not complicated business, eat, drink, sleep and repeat. The tricky part is to find vital resources in a world where everyone is struggling to get by. Fame, a good deed can open many doors. Having the respect of the community is always good, a good way to achieve your goals. And grim, theft, murder, violence, and general lawlessness. A reputation like that guarantees the respect among outlaws and makes law-abiding citizens to quake in their boots. Fresh apples, no maggots in them or nothing. I've got to stop saying that out loud. Smooth. He didn't even notice that.
It tastes better when it's free.
It tastes better when it's free. One very important rule to remember, you can only play one card per location. Card on the board. Sometimes it will transform that target card into another, but most of the time it will just consume it and travel to the next card. A standard use card from the board will go back to the bottom of the exploration deck, and once the slot is available, it will automatically be filled with the top card from the exploration deck. You can't run out of location cards to explore because the exploration deck always cycles. Solidarity of the weak. The poor, the weak, the needy must stick together to survive. Wolfing can inspire compassion to attract potential allies. Let's get Survivor Hunt here.
You won't go hungry for a while.
Well, okay. Right. On time, I'm starving. Okay, I think we've got enough now. Let's see what the guy knows. Lead the way. Rallying cry, an inspiration call to arms throughout potential allies in the area, and here we have Old Well, a good place to refresh oneself or make a quick wish. Okay. Would you spare a morsel of food for an old beggar? I won't call 5 food a morsel. This is demanding work for an old man like me. I'd like to see you try it. Yeah, we'll get your food alright. You have 2 types of action cards at your display. Skill card of your adventurer and consumable card. Targets will often be location cards, but not always. When you hover over one of your cards, the possible targets are highlighted, along with hints to ask what will happen later. So pay attention to what is highlighted and where the hints appear. Conversationally, if you place your cursor over elements of the board, it will highlight the action card you can play there. Take the moment to explore your current card and see if you can figure out a way to find enough food to proceed. So here we can just advance. Here we can circle or something. No. If I can get more food. I cannot get more food, right? Can I? Let's pay the beggar. Oh, thank you, young bird. Now about this Timothy chip. But of course, where are my manners? Here, follow this path.
That should show the way. Well, how very altruistic.
Thank you for the tip, friend. A good day to you, bird. Well, what now? I suppose we should follow the old beggar's direction on the piece of paper. Sometimes you will have to seek directions to progress in the story and reach new destinations. Check the description on your cards. A piece of paper. Yeah, that one.
Bandits!
Beware,
Lovely.
a hostile token is blocking this card. You won't be able to play any cards on this suspicious street until you get rid of the bandits. If you left click on the token, you can see the creatures forming the group and decide whether to engage or not. Most confrontations start with a negotiation phase. If you have the correct resources, you might be able to discard this threat without any violence. A suspicious street. A gold coin lies conspicuously on the pavement of this shady looking street. The trap is obvious. But what do they say? Big Parvis Magna? I didn't get that. Okay. A group of aggressive outlaws, in order to play one card they keep, you have to get rid of them. A violence is not the only solution. Step away for now. I don't have 2 foods, so that's not an option. I guess we'll pay here. Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Heartwarming stuff.
Noisy Tavern. The perfect place to get some rest and recruit fellow adventurers. Stay a while, listen closely, and you might just hear something useful. I don't have 2 gold to pay. Well, over there. Leo mighty roar throughout a crowd of curious townsfolk. A small crowd of curiosity may have killed the cat, but it never fails to draw a crowd. Aimed shots. Solidarity of the week. Eavesdrop. Here, this should help you get back on your feet.
Very kind of you, I must say.
Okay. Marketplace or Old Well. Direction to Timothy.
Absolutely superb.
A heavily bandaged figure stood alone in the alley. He looks like he was waiting for someone. As Bobtaine and Leo approach, the figure turns to greet them. Oh, Leo, you're finally here, and you brought a crowd. I'm, Shioville, but of course you are. We heard you have work. Do I ever? But before we get down to brass tacks, I always like to get an understanding of who it is I'm working with. What do you mean? I'd like to a demonstration of the value you will bring to this operation? A demonstration? Yes, you know, skills, my boys. Show me your skills. Oh, the pair looked at each other perplexed. What did he mean skills? Skills in combat? Sleight of hand, or maybe just a good old trick? Shot from Leo. So we could either... Okay, let's... In one seamless motion, Leo pulled out his bow and let fly an arrow straight at the leaper. Timothy felt a whoosh of air as he caught as the head flew clean off his head. By the time he turned around, it was already pinned to the nearby tree. How's that for a demonstration? A little dramatic, but a fine shot nonetheless. Timothy turned around, picked up his hat and placed it carefully back on his head. Well, I've certainly seen enough to pique my interest. Then perhaps you could tell us what it was you needed. I like for the two of you to acquire an item for me. A very rare and beautiful lyre, currently in the possession of Lady Foretales. You mean the old bat who lives on the hill? I wouldn't call her that to her face. But yes, that's all. I'd like you to reach into her manor, steal the lyre and bring it to me at the Holy Grove. The Holy Grove? I know the place well. I'll get you there myself, Excellent! Then I shall leave you to... Yes. Alright, we've got a job to do. At long last. We can get straight to it if you think we are ready to go. Or we could spend some more time on the streets to prepare. It's your call. Actually, how about the small nap before we set off? You read my mind. Remember, you only have a limited number of skill cards in your adventure set. Spending too many of their skill cards will tire them out. If you want to recover some skill cards, we'll have to use rest cards on the right hand side of the board. Each rest card has its own set of effects and sometimes a price that you can decide to pay or not. Read them carefully to see what they cost. Go on the rest deck and try to use the first rest card.
Something tells me these chaps aren't here to discuss pickpocketing techniques.
Okay. Uneventful stuff. Recover up to 3 skill cards per adventurer.
Feeling refreshed? Good. There's a long road ahead.
You recovered some skill cards and suffered no other consequences. Don't expect it to be that easy all the time. The next card in the deck will cost you some food or health points. And the last card in the rest deck is always game over, so be sure to check out how many times you can hop to the rest in the region Once you move to the next region, the rest deck will be replaced with a new set of cards, and the number of rest cards in the next region is independent of how many you've used here. You can complete this region. To have completed this region, you can either proceed to the next region or might want to spend some more time here to gather resources and allies. Beware, consumables and resources can carry over from one region to the next, but they are not carried over from one mission to the next, so there's no need to hoard excessively. Region completed. Move to the next one when you're ready. I need to get food, but apparently there is no way to get food here. Okay, somewhere in the garden. Leo has brought Voltaine to the city gardens, where food is plentiful and secrets lurk around every corner. Deep in the labyrinth lies our hero's destination for the evening, Lady Foretales Manor. Watch out, guard! There are now several hostile creatures in the search party. The deck of cards representing animals chasing your party. Each time a new location card appears on the board, if it has a search party called token with an eye, it may spawn a group of enemies from the search party. Some of your action may also add hostile search party hostiles that you may have to face later, so be careful. Right there, Timothy said. The instrument is inside Lady Foretales Manor. The big house with the labyrinth? That's the one, but getting through the hedge maze is going to be tough. I think I saw some gardeners wandering around earlier. Maybe they know the way.
Oh no, the cops.
Gardener, he knows the garden like the back of his hand. And if you are polite, he will even show you where all the best apples are. Trying to eavesdrop. Good to know.
You never know. There could be some good loot in there.
Most decks on the board can be browsed. For example, if you check the content of the exploration deck, you can see what will be the next location to be revealed. Maybe your current objective is somewhere in there. Maybe you want to check if the card you're looking for is coming soon. If a card is not in the exploration deck, there may be a way to access it with some something effect or some something effect. And remember, the exploration deck is cycling.
There has to be a way in.
Local chit-chat, a little morsel of gossip around the town. It might be worth much, but it's a conversation starter at least. I guess let's get those apples. Potpourri version, the perfect way to cause commotion or incapacitate enemies in combat. Oh, look at... Oh, those look good. Let's get some more apples. Ooh. Thorn bushes. I don't like the looks of that. Oh, I hate labyrinths. I take it you're not amazed by them? Can you just save the jokes till we're done with this? Okay, let's try and face those.
They might be persuaded to forget about all this for the right price.
Okay, you started your first confrontation, but maybe there's no need for violence. When you hover over the card at your disposal, you may discover a way to get rid of some of your opponents. If you get rid of enough opponents, you will bring the morale of the group down to 0 and the rest will flee. If you use aggression card, the confrontation will automatically turn into a fight. But if you don't have any cards to play, or you don't want to play any cards, click to automate battle token to trigger the fight manually.
As it turned out, the guards were as venal as the local bandits.
An enemy was just removed from the confrontation. In most cases, it will subtract its level from the enemy morale. Should the enemy morale reach 0, the remaining hostile will flee. The level of enemy is the number of top left corner of the card. You brought the enemy morale to 0. All remaining hostile will now flee for their lives. When you trigger a panic, each fleeing enemy will grant you something wherever they
Better luck next time.
Okay. Over here. Need some help, sir? And now, let's try and use this. You know what winds me up? I see people eating raw apples all the time. It's like they don't even know you can cook them. More nutrition that way.
Don't look now, but that's the law.
Let's try and engage.
They might be persuaded to forget about all this for the right price.
Let's give them some food.
My friend Volpan needs no introduction.
Okay, perfect. So what can we get here? Over here. Need some help, though?
You no heart, Volpan. Well, that certainly didn't make you any friends.
Okay. Good to know. So we've got the chat again.
You better have a warrant.
At least one of your adventures is down to the last few skills. Maybe you can use the rest to recover. Since rest guard will give skill back to the adventure, it's a very good idea to use actions from all your adventures. If you spread the efforts between them, they won't have to rest as often. Recover 3 per adventure, but a small troop of guards is added to the search party.
That is quite enough laying around for the time being, thank you.
Whoa. I hate labyrinth. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and smell things. No? Can't we smell things here? No. Okay, then maybe this? Ouch. Knew it. I knew I smelled apples over here.
You better have a warrant.
I'm not precisely sure how I should get these, but anyway.
This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
One of the hostiles you're facing has a special power. Special power are slightly significant by wooden tokens to the left side of the creature. The enemy powers can trigger during the negotiation phase or during combat. They may trigger once or every few rounds. If you hover over the creature, you will see the detailed description of his powers. Call one random guards from the search party when entering combat. So definitely don't want that. No.
Oh, they must have heard of your good deeds.
Thank you. Well, I'm definitely stuck here. See those apples over there? Yeah. Oh, nice shot.
Fighting the local law enforcement doesn't seem like the smartest move, Volpan.
But there's nothing I can do. I have to advance, but I don't know how. Engage, I guess. And we have
How much do you
another.
think it would take for them to, you know?
This one adds a constable to the third party every round. And can we get rid of him? With 2 we can.
Fans of yours, eh?
Okay. So I guess we'll try this. There could be food
Might be
inside.
worth checking that spot out, Volpan.
Okay, we have this one that needs to be taken care of.
This doesn't have to end in bloodshed. The hero of Eisenberg. Perhaps you've heard of him?
Perfect. Look, I can see some documents through the glass. I think they'll be useful. Only one way to find out. Maybe the guard would open the door for us. Engage, I guess?
They could be persuaded to look the other way, you know.
There's no one with enough power.
Excuse me, hero coming through.
Let's get rid of that. No, this one. There could be
Fine
some
spot
food.
for looting.
I need to find the gardener some way. Oh, hello there.
Now you're in for it.
Healing plants. Chewing this root can provide minor pain relief, but hand them to the herbalist and they can make you a powerful healing plant. Engage.
All right, what's it going to cost?
Save again.
Oh, yep, that's the sound of Volpan's name dropping.
Okay, then. We can get this one over here. You need help, sir? Actually, I do. You come with us now, okay. Now all that we need is to lead the gardener to the labyrinth, and the rest should be easy. Well, what about that?
Fighting the local law enforcement doesn't seem like the smartest move, Volpan.
Okay, let's use this one. We have an appointment with the lady of the house. Should you show us the way through the maze? I've trimmed those edges many times. Follow me.
That's quite a statue.
What is it? Sorry, sirs, I'd rather not go any further. What? You're serious? We are barely halfway. This is the statue, sir. That lamp. It is haunted. The gardener backed away from the statue, seriously leaving Foretales alone. They had to admit it was a rather foreboding sight. Great. I think I can hear guards patrol coming. Big fight.
This could get messy.
Patrols we can deal with. But how are we going to find a way through the rest of the labyrinth? There's got to be a map around here somewhere. How else do the guards find their way out? Maybe you're right. Let's circle back and see if we can find a map. If at any point you're lost during your mission, you can only use a hint system. Hovering over the bottom will show you a very condensed reminder of your current objective. Using hint system will trigger some help based on your current situation. I need to use the... Okay. Let's engage here.
The guards are a problem we could do without.
Let's use these.
Hero of Eisenberg. Perhaps you've heard of him?
Okay. Now here. Get some more food. You're coming with us, okay. And now let's use this one here. Look! This looks like a map to the labyrinth, but only the last part of the maze. That's the only part we need. Perfect, let's get back and follow the map from the center of the labyrinth. Okay, we've got some healings here. Healing balm, okay. No. Let's engage.
The guards are a problem we could do without.
So we could feed this one. We can feed this one. I guess we'll try this.
Watch guards might not be the smartest idea.
From now on, both sides will automatically attack the opponent directly opposite to them, or to the left if no one is directly in front. Between each round of attacks, you can play one card per adventure. Again, if you don't want to play cards, you can use the auto battle. Here's a quick breakdown of creature cards. The number of red tokens at the bottom represents the health points. Bring it to 0 and the creature will be dead. The number next to the sword is the attack score. That's the number of health points removed every round to the creature directly opposing to them. The first finally starts to fly. The fifth finally starts to fly. The number in the top left corner in the level of the creature. That's pretty important because it's the value removed from the enemy's morale when the creature is removed from combat, one way or another. In a confrontation, there can be 1 or 2 fighters per side per column. Only the front creature will take damage from the auto battle phase, but it will take damage equal to the sum of the attack score of the opposition. Creatures can in the back can only be affected by action cards or after the creature in front of them has been defeated. Okay. Take this.
Oh, ouch.
Using the hint systems multiple times may give a more explicit help for more complex situations. Alright, we've got the directions. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go! The statue. I suppose money doesn't buy taste. It's weird, I get a bad feeling just from looking at it. Take it easy, it's just a statue, it's not going to get in our way, right? I'm reading this right, we should be there in no time. Good thinking too, it's almost nighttime. Perfect timing, the darker the better.
That's Lady Catel's manor.
Finally. Hey, maybe that was the hardest part and it's all downhill from here. Wishful thinking. It's getting dark, time to get down to business. Hold a second, this could be our last chance to rest up. I need my nimble hands at the ready. Sometimes your adventurers won't have their best skill card in their hand, but don't worry. Anytime you're not in combat, you can trade a skill card from your hand for another one. Just drag a card above its owner to the deck and choose the next card. If the card is not available for your draw pile, you will have to pay a fixed price of 1 wood per card. It's a little expensive, especially considering you could have rested to regain several cards at once. But the cost of resting can be also pretty high, so be careful not to burn through too many skill cards by trading them. Let's spend them first.
Feeling refreshed? Good. There's a long road ahead.
Okay. Now, let's see this one. Sounds like a job will require my nimble hands. Okay, nimble hands. Alright, let's do this. Do what you do best. I'll cover the exit. Under the cover of night, full pain goes steady to the manor undetected. He darted through the corridors until he reached the main hall. There in plain sight stood the Lyre in all its splendor, glinting in the moonlight. All he had to do was reach out and take it.
The second he touched the mysterious Lyre, Volpan felt an ancient power flowing through him. Reality fractured and exploded into an infinite number of worlds, all identical and yet somehow distinct. Beyond the webs of fate, he witnessed all possible futures, resonating, vibrating, clashing. And then he saw, and he knew. He, his loved ones, his city, his kingdom, his world, everything was going to disappear, swallowed up by a cataclysm whose origin lurked behind the veil of possibilities.
The second he touched the relic, the sheer power of the visions caused poor Volpan to collapse on the spot. Leo took his unconscious friend on his back and fled the mansion, an army of guards at his heels. Hang in there, old friend. We'll get through this. I'll deal with the guards and get you to a safe place. Volpan? You've completed this mission with a few victims in your graveyard then. For now, it won't change anything, but beware. If you leave a trail of bodies behind you, you may have to face the consequences later.
Impressive as always, old boy. You better have a warrant.
The Relic. Volpan awoke in the forest of Ronthrain, his head throbbing. The Lyre was on the ground beside him, but Leo was nowhere to be found. Leo? Where is he? What happened? The moment he remembered the visions.
What's this?
Before he had time to think, Volpan was struck with a vision of his friend in prison. A wave of despair swept over him. Leo, where are they taking him? Are they going to execute him? Oh gosh, please no. This is a Doom event. Event cards. This is a Doom event card, sorry. It symbolizes tragic events that only Volpain can see and that will lead to the world to its end. The number above the Doom event indicates how many turns you have left before it happens, or at least that if you do nothing to prevent it. Each mission you complete costs a turn, but don't worry, if you fail to complete a mission, you can always retry with no time penalty. I need to help him before it's too late. Okay, so they must have locked him up in the Insenberg prison. This is a mission card. The choice of which mission you complete and the order in which you complete them is crucial to preventing Doom events from occurring. Mission also contains secret side objectives and choices, all leading to different outcomes. It's up to you to experiment and make the right choice to fight fate. I'm coming, Leo. Wait, what the?
It can't be!
Volpain was struck with another flash. The smell of blood, the clash of metal, the roar of battle. A vision of massacre yet to come. The miners' strike, Father. The militia are preparing an attack on the blockade. Lady Cottrell must be behind this. I have to warn them, or they'll be slaughtered. If I'm going to warn the miners, I'll need to find the leader, Karst. They won't budge an inch without his say-so. Gah. What have I done? It's time. It's this damn instrument. Volpain looked to the strange Lyre with disgust. I wish I'd never touched the blasted thing. Maybe if I give it back to Lady Cottrell, that might smoothen things, right? After all, a fault confessed is half redressed. If I write a letter of apology and present it to the Council of Mothers, they might be able to put pressure on Cottrell and prevent her from ordering a massacre. Volpain looked at the Lyre once more before packing it into his satchel. Slowly, painfully, he dragged himself to his feet. Alright, Volpain, you can fix this. He looked around in an effort to get his bearings. To his left, he saw fumes of the city rising above the trees. To his right, the silhouette of the pheromones showered in the acrid smoke from the mines. Better get a move. Your adventure begins now. Make your own choices and discover their consequences. Welcome to Foretales. Okay, so I guess this will be all for today. It's very weird and twisted. It's making me think of another game that I played called Hands of Fate, but there I played so much that I knew some of the things that had to happen here, absolutely no clue. But that's the fun of it, right? So this will be all for today then. Next time we'll try to see if we are able to complete a negotiation in time. But this will be all for today. I have been Daly Morsy. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment and I'll see you on the next one. But until then, have some great days. Bye.